spiritual.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. First, I'd like to welcome everybody. So I'll take a breath, relax a little. Everything's gonna be all right. I'm the Reverend Lovelace, and I'm here to be your guide through this love on meditation today. I just want to take a minute for gratitude and extend thanks to Cindy and John for letting us use their beautiful home, wherever they are right there. We had a laugh a minute ago. I'd like everybody to take a deep breath and relax and kind of clear your heads of any preconceived knowledge you have of weddings or love or any of this sort of things. It'll be a little different today. Can everyone hear me? We all right? Good? All right. All right, cool. You guys good? All right.
Ready?
All right. We gather here today at the altar of love as a group of mostly strangers, although made up of friends, loved ones, and family. We gather as strangers, a group of strangers to help personify this sacred act of unification and incubate this next epoch of love for Kev and Tiff, who once met were also strangers. We gather here today in the namesake of love, of marriage, but more, of sacred bond that shall encapsulate these two beings until far beyond their earthly bodies will travel. We gather today in hopes of altering a paradigm to forge a new inroad to a centuries-long tradition plagued by outside influences and originated in roots of manipulation and power. If one were an opinionated individual ascribing to counter-culture-based ideology, possibly prone to revolutionary ideas, one could say that marriage has done an unjust service to love. The first recorded marriage takes place sometime in 2500 BC Mesopotamia. From them follows a rich history of control, ownership, property, and institutionalization. I won't go into who did what or where or when, for it doesn't matter. We all can say that in some ways marriage has done love poorly. All the more reason today our responsibilities here are grave to these two. Not just to them, but to ourselves, and to understand the love that lies inside of all of us, and what we're here to do. To be aware that the love needed to create a world we should not have to endure, but flourish in, starts by freeing the love that lies within all of us from the bondage of our history. Common views in the modern world are that we take our love and direct it outwards to things we deem worthy, things that might further our feeling of joy and reason, fleeting as those feelings may be. How many times we use the phrase, oh, I love this thing, be it person, structure, physical object, idea, only for the underlying reason to make ourselves feel good. But what of loving the thing we fear, makes us feel nervous, the thing we might disagree with, the person we might disagree with, the kind of love you must work for, the kind of love you must be enslaved to, the kind that dwells inside all of us if one can learn to be in service of and can truly be mind-altering. I submit to you today that the idea of love is not of our control, not of our mind's creation, but a field of natural energy that runs through all of us. Across this observable universe, 93 billion light years, the matter and particles that make up the human experience have been evolving for centuries. We are that matter, trying to understand itself. And inside some star, in some ancient galaxy, there was a massive explosion, the kinds of lights we'll never understand. From this explosion, two particles were born, and forever entangled to one another. No amount of space, time, can delay their interfere with their ability to share information. Faster than light, stronger than gravity, these particles are forever entangled. How fortunate they should end up on this earth, observed by this consciousness, so that love can be the measure. I mentioned strangers earlier because it is as strangers that we all meet. We are born strangers, strangers to our parents, and then mostly strange to us. There are few universal truths in this existence, and our perceptions of the world and life, almost everything is subjective. Even the idea of perception or consciousness can be a debated topic, but I submit to you today that seldom is the idea of love. Rather, that feeling of love. But where does it come from, and when do we decide to unfurl it? Is it something that lives inside of us, waiting to be expressed, unleashed, nurtured? Maybe it's a choice, like a state of mind. Be the love you want to see in the world in this boat beyond this life.
Before I met you, at a time when I was very open, open to change, my friend Zach recommended I watch the film True Romance. At the beginning of the film is narration, and one part in particular always captivated me. And it goes, I kept asking Clarence why our world seems to be collapsing and everything around us seems so shitty. And he'd say, it's just the way it goes. But don't forget, it goes the other way too. And that's the way romance is. Usually that's the way it goes. But every once in a while, it goes the other way too. And when I heard this, I felt like I had been looking at a painting forever. And there was just one small detail I didn't notice or hadn't seen yet. And from there, my whole view of the painting changed. The love I had known before was only one way. But and there was another way out there. I didn't know what it would look like, but I knew that it was possible now. And it was some time before I met you, but from the very first night our story began, we've gone the other way. At every turn, we chose love, we chose each other. And at every moment when I thought the darkness of my life would swallow us whole, and I'd end up alone or in the same holes that were all too familiar, our path would lead a different way, the other way. And now I find myself here at our altar with flowers that have bloomed with us, sands we've collected, and waters we've touched, to say to the wind and all of our loved ones, I love you. And I vow to be yours, wholly and completely, for as many lives as we have together. Be it 2 cats in a yard, 2 birds migrating south, or 2 drops of water in the same ocean. I vow to fill our lives with exuberance and joy and food and music for as long as we can celebrate. I vow to be your light, your rock, your calm when life gets dark and the water's treacherous. And I vow to take us the other way, into the unknown depths of pure love.
Go ahead.
We all know that old adage that love is like fireworks, but I think fireworks are quick and momentary, followed by darkness and silence, that feeling of euphoria blown away in the wind. And I don't really like fireworks anyway. Being loved by you has shown me love is more like a pilot light. It is always burning, always ready, even if it's just a small glow. Our fire can be turned up to a full boil or a steady simmer. It is reliable and warm. The love you have shared with me is gentle, strong, easy, and safe. Our love has no boundaries, only acceptance and potential. Getting to know you is one of my life's greatest rewards. Your genuine and sincere words show me your kindness and wisdom. You have only ever shown me who you truly are. You move through life with such an intention I have never known another person to do. You continue to surprise and inspire me. We have made so many beautiful memories already, like our camping trips to Rose Valley, or bathed in the moonlight. Our time and deepening connection has carved a sacred space for us to retreat, to find comfort and peace. Our time traveling brings adventure and curiosity to our lives. The garden we have cultivated is as lush and as beautiful the life that we are growing. I never could see a future for myself, but with you I see it clearly. Our success, life's sadnesses, a kitchen with its meals, a garden with some cats. Our gray hairs, the ocean, and a river. Our marriage will be a work in the way that a work of art is. An ever-expanding canvas full of color and creation, never finished, not until we can no longer pick up the brush. Every day with you is a joy filled with ease and laughter. I have never felt more at home. Every decision I've ever made was not a mistake because you were at the end of it. It is as if you have always been there. It's always been you. There is no me without you, and you will never be alone again. I vow to always accept you. I vow to grow with you as time grows too. I vow to support you in all ways during the night, during the highs and the lows. I vow to keep your life an adventure. I vow to choose you above all else. Our love is eternal, and I will find you in every life. Until we are parted by death, this is my solemn vow.
I now pronounce you eternally bound and entangled unwittingly. Make it official.